ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम् वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधितमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 under Kritya which is a Krit, but Kritya is used in the sense of Bhava and Karma. So under the seven Pratyas, so among the seven Pratyas, Yat Pratyaya under Angakaryani, which we saw. So now Nyat Pratyaya we are seeing. So under Krit Pratyas, Nyat Pratyaya is the topic. So Nyat Pratyaya comes after the Dhatu which ends with Rukara, Varna and Halanta Dhatu. Nitvat, Angakaryam would be Acho, that is Ajantangasya, that is Igantasya, otherwise you can say Igantasya, Vridyadeshaha, Rasva Ikupadayaha, Viradeshaha, Rasva Akarasya, Vridyadeshaha. This, any of these three, depending on what it is, the three Angakarya are possible. And content is, yeah, being Adadatuka, therefore, Itagama must come, but it is not Valadi, it is, yeah, therefore no Itagama. Okay, all these things we know. Now, in the last class, we saw the Kutvam. This Kutvam is different from the Kutvam in the context of Sandhi. In the context of Sandhi, we saw the Chavarga letter at the end of the Padam or when followed by Jal. Chavarga will be replaced by corresponding Kavarga Deshaha. That is this Kutvam in the context of Sandhi. But this Kutvam is because of the Pratyaya. When a Nit or Git, Git Pratyaya is not required for us now. It is Nit Pratyaya. Nit Pratyaya follows. Then Kuttam happens for Chakara and Jakara. For the Dhatu ending with Chakara, Because pratyaya means anga must be a dhatu. Because pratyaha dhatoho parascha, pratyaya follows the dhatu. And yet nit pratyaya. Nit pratyaya is adhatuka pratyaya. So pratyaya follows the dhatu. So when pratyaya follows, then what happens? Angakarya happens. And this also it's under the Angakarya section, the sutra. So Angakarya, what is Angakarya? When nit pratyaya follows, dhatu, anga being anga being a dhatu, therefore dhatu ending with chakara or jakara will be replaced by corresponding kavarga letter. So chakara will be replaced by kakara and jakara will be replaced by gakara. This is the Angakarya, important Kuttu Angakarya. This Kuttum is different from Sandhi Kuttum. We know what Tripadi is, even though we don't know Sutra and all, but Tripadi is, got some idea. I think I told you. That Sandhi Kuttum, it is in Tripadi, the last 3 sections. There we have to follow the rules sequentially. This is in this Sapada Saptadhyayi Kuttum. So we can distinguish this Kuttum, Sapada Saptadhyayi Kuttum. Okay, this is Sapada Saptadhyayi Kuttum. So Kuttum happens for the dhatus ending with chakara or jakara. Chakaranta, chavarganta dhatunam kavarghadeshaha nit pratyahe pare. And one extra rule also, one addendum also is there. This is applicable only for the dhatus which are anit dhatu. You can say, you will say, anyway dhatu, you will not, this will not take itagama on it. No, pratyaya is on it. Dhatu could be a said dhatu, right? Why itagama doesn't come for the pratyaya here? Because it is not valadi. Therefore, pratyaya itagama doesn't come. Even if a dhatu is said, itagama will not come. Therefore, here we say is dhatu also must be an anit dhatu. Then only kuttam will happen. This is Vayavartika. Nishtayam anitaha iti vaktavyam. And also that Nishta Pratyaya, not here. With regard to Nishta Pratyaya, it must be anit. See how it is making it complicated. Nishta Pratyaya itself, there in Nishta Pratyaya, we have seen Udit Dhatus, etc., which will get optionally it is somewhere. With regard to Nishta, it will be anit. Then if it is anit, with regard to Nishta, then that will take Kutta Desha. So you have to know Nishta. That is Nishta we saw first. If you know Nishta thoroughly, then we can connect with this. So when it will get Kuttam. So that dhatu in Nishta, which is anit, when followed by Nyat, will undergo Kutvam. The Chakaranta or Jakaranta dhatu, which is anit in Nishtha Avastha, that dhatu when followed by Nyat Pratyaya will undergo Kutvam. That is the rule. Important rule. So that's how we get Pacha plus Nyat. This is Atupada dhatu. Atupada means Akara is the Upada of the dhatu. Atupada dhatu. It gets Dirgatvam. And Chakara will undergoing Kuttam because what is the Nishta Rupam of Pach dhatu? Pach plus Ta Pratyaya. What is the Nishta Rupam? Pakva, not Pakta, Pakva. No Itagama, not Pachita, right? So Nishtayam anit. Therefore, that this dhatu will undergo Kuttam Pakya. Similarly, Rich dhatu. Ishtayam anit. Rikta astam na gachet, we say, right? The for anit. Ishtayam anit. Therefore, the Nyat Pratyaya follows this Chvarganta Dhatu will undergo Kuttum Rik Rek. Of course, Angakarya will happen. So this is what we saw. So Yaha Dhatoho Nishtaya Manit Bhavati Tasya Dhatoho Git or Nit Pratyahe Pare Kutva Deshaha Chajoho Sthane. Simple Sanskritam we can follow. Right? That Kutva Desha happens for Chakaranta or Chakaranta Dhatus. I think all these things we saw, right? Shuch Dhatu. The following are counter example. Shuchi becomes Shochita. Therefore, Kutvam will not happen. Shuchu plus Nyat Shochya. Similarly, Garj plus Nyat. Ishtayam it is Garjita. So therefore, here it will be Garjyam. Okay. So now further we will see. When it will not happen. Kavargadi dhatus will not undergo Kutvam. For the same this rule. When Nyat Pratyaya follows, Nyat or Git Pratyaya follows, Kavargadi dhatu. What is Kavargadi? Kakara is the Adi Varna of the dhatu. So Kavargadi dhatu. Kavarga is Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Nga. All dhatus, right? Kavargadi dhatus. Kvadehe on Sutram is there. Ku Adehe Nabhavati. Okay. So that will not undergo Kuttam. It's an exception. So you can note. So Kvadehe Kuttam Nabhavati. Therefore, Kuj dhatu, Kuj plus Nyat. Kuj plus Nyat becomes Kujyam. Kuttam Nabhavati. Kavarga dekhe, but Kuj dhatu, I think Nishtayam it is not Anit, it is Set, I think. But anyway, that example I have given here. So it will not undergo Kutvam. I'll give some other example. This is 7359. Nakhadehe. I think I've taken the stock example.
Guruji, for this Kuj plus Nyat, even Guna is not happening.
How can Guna will happen? Upada is Dirghaika,
Oh,
not
sir.
Rasva.
Sorry, sir.
So that will not happen. Kuj plus Nyat. Kujyam. So here, okay, the condition is not given completely. I have not written here. So Kuj dhatu, Kujita, the word is Kujita. So I will write in detail here. I have not written in detail. This is just a summary sort of thing. Kuj dhatu, Nishta Rupam would be Kujita. Kuj dhatu, Nishta Rupam Kujita. It is Set dhatu. It is a Set dhatu. Set dhatu, then why we talk about? No. That is the Jakaranta dhatu. When Nishta Pratyaya follows, if it is said, then that will not undergo Kuttam. Yes, that we said. So that will not undergo Kuttam. Therefore, Kuj plus Nyat, Kujyam. So Kavargadi dhatu. Okay, just a minute. This is it begins with before the fix. Kujaha, Karjaha. Kuj dhatu set or retired? Just to check. Let me check.
Set.
It is said Kujita. Then why it has given us a Pavadar? I would have missed something. It is Set Dhatu. Ishtayam Set. So for Kujya, you get Kuj Dhatu, Nishtay, Kuj plus Nyat. Just a minute. Let me check why. It is Kavarghadehe Dhatoho Chajoho Kavarghadesha Navavati. Nishtayam Set Tvat. Okay. In fact, this example, it's fine. Yeah. Kavargadi Dhatu will not. This is, don't Vartikam. After adding Vartikam, this sutra became complete. But this is a Panini Sutra, it is. So just take as it is. So from this, we can also know Kuj Dhatu is a Set Dhatu. That is why Nishta, it is Nishta Pratyaya Pare, it is Kujita, the Rupam is. And that is why it doesn't undergo Kutvam. So Kuj Dhatu, which is a Set Dhatu. Kuj plus Ta Pratyaya, which is Kujita, Nishtayam Set. That is why it doesn't undergo Kutvam. Okay, Kuj Dhatu is Set Dhatu. This is as per Panini Sutra, Akvadeke 7.3. So when Panini Maharishi wrote that time, what is Vartika? So Vartika Kara, after that he added. And that Vartikam is very much applicable when we see the condition. Dhatu is Kavargadi Dhatu and this is a Set Dhatu. Therefore, doesn't happen. Therefore, I can give the same example. What are the example I given there? Garja also same. Garj plus Nyata, it is Garjyam. Because Nishtavastayam, it is Garjita. So it's okay. It's not a problem. See, this is not no confusion on this. This is Kavargadi Dhatu will not undergo Kutvam. Vartika is added after. Without Vartika, if you read the Sutra, Dhatus, with the Chakara, Jakaranta Dhatu, Chakaranta, Jakaranta Dhatu will undergo Kutvam when followed by Yat Pratyaya. Then the next rule is Kavarga, the Dhatu will not undergo Kutvam. The reason when Vartika is there, Nishtayam it is said, therefore will not undergo Kutvam. That is so this explained. I give another example. Paripurvaka, Vraj So this is not example for this. This is example for the previous one. I'll put it there. Anyway, I'll type here. Pari plus Vraj plus Nyata. So Pari is Upasarga. Vraj will become Raj. Rajyam. This is also said the Dhatu. That is why Kuttam doesn't happen. The following are the counter examples. One more example. Pari plus Vraj plus Nyat. Nyat Pratyaya follows. Upada is Rasvakara, undergoes Vriddhi. And this Dhatu also. Vraj Dhatu, Nishtayam, it is Vraj plus ta, vrajita. Nishtayam, it is said. Therefore, doesn't undergo kutva. Then point number 4 is this one. Nishtayam iti kavargadi dhatu. Sorry, kavargadi dhatu will not undergo kutva. Then point number 5. Dhatu, ajadhatu, gatikshepanayoho, and vraj Okay, vraj is here. I have given the example here. Okay, anyway. Aji vrajyoscha. Ajidhatu and vraj will not take kuttam. Separate rule is there. Pari plus vraj plus nyat. Pari plus vraj plus nyat becomes parivrajya. Kuttam doesn't happen for this dhatu. Similarly, so aji vrajyoscha, that is the rule. That's a sutra. Aji, that is dhatu is ajidhatu. Vraj is another dhatu. So it will not undergo kutvam when followed by the nyat pratyaya. This sutra is this rule is an exception to kutvam. This rule is an exception. This is not kavarga. This is not kavarga. So therefore, should it undergo kuttam? See, when we read this rule, that time this Vartika, don't consider the Vartika. Consider that Vartika is not there. Vartika comes later. Then Vartika is there, then all this rule, then all this rule by Vartika itself, we can make it. Vartika and that rule. This rule becomes redundant. So when you see this, don't consider the Vartika. So Vartika is not there. So Vartika makes it very simple. So therefore, when Vartika, when it says Chakaranta Javarkata Dhatu, when it is Chakata Nishta, it is on it. Then that Dhatu will undergo Kuttam when we say. Then Vrajadhatu also is said. It is not on it. Therefore, it will not undergo Kuttam. And what is the need for this? But Panini Maharshi has written this separately. So Vartika Kara later he added. Similarly, some plus aj plus, this is another example. Ghai pratyaya, not nyat. Samaja, the word samaja comes from the dhatu aj gati kshepana yoga. Gati is movement, kshepana is to throw. So with some upasarga, the meaning changes. So some plus aj plus nyat, samaja. Similarly, pari plus vraj plus ghai pratyaya, parivraja. So parivraja, ghai. Akaratari chakar ke sanyayam, parivraja. So it is parivraja. There is one word, parivrat, that is different. Paripurvaka vrachadhatu plus kvip pratyaya parivraj. Jakaranta shabda, that is declinable. I think in the other class I taught with the Subanta. So it is parivraja. So with next one, when nit pratyaya is added in the sense of avashyakam, this is required for us. Avashyakarte krityaha krite pratyas are used. Avashyakarte shakyate yogyat. But in the sense of avashyakam, when nit pratyaya, that is nyat pratyaya, is added, then kuttam will not apply. Nya avashyake, that sutra. Pacha plus nyat. Avashyakarte. Pacha plus nyat is anit dhatu. Anit dhatu with regard to this, when nit pratyaya follows, should undergo kuttam. That is what we saw. It is pakyam iti. But here, in the sense of avashyakam, then it will not undergo kutvam. So therefore, the word itself says what meaning is. Like the word having the pratyaya, that the word itself tells in what meaning the pratyaya is added. Pachyam means necessarily to be cooked. Pachyam. Same dhatu, pach dhatu, which we saw. Pach is pakyam, but here it is pachyam. Pakya, the word is pakya, then we can understand it is not avashikartha. If it is avashikartha, it has to be pachyam. Even though the dhatu is said, even though the dhatu is, anit dhatu, we said nit pratyaya follows, kuttam will happen. It will not happen because nit pratyaya is added in a different sense. So therefore it will not happen. So avashyakarte yadi nyat pratyaya dhatoho paraha bhavati tarhi kuttam na bhavati. Okay, therefore we get pachyam. Similarly, vachu plus nyat avashyakarte, that which has to be, vachu means to tell. Nyattayam vachi. That is the meaning of the dhatu, to tell. Pachyam. Similarly, rich dhatu also, as we saw before. Rich dhatu become, what will be the form of rich dhatu?
Richya.
Rechya. Re will undergo guna, right? Dhatu is re. Re will become re. Rechyam. Avashyakarte. Then the dhatus. So all these are kutva related, taken from the section 7.3, section 7.352. Without the sutra number only as mentioned. You will learn when you study sutra what sutras are. But numbers are, you can see it's all in Angakarya. 7.3 is Angakarya. 6.4 onwards is all Angakarya related sutras. 6.4 to 7.4. So this 7.3 section, 7.352 is Kutva section. So therefore here further Kutvam, Apavadas and some exceptions, some extensions are also there. Okay, then the next one. Yajaya charucha pravarchascha. That is yachdatu, yachdatu, ruchdatu, prapurvaka vachdatu, ruchdatu. From net pratyaya follows, kavargadesha will not happen. So all these dhatus are anit dhatus. Uttam supposed to happen, it will not happen. So that is the rule. Right? This is a sutra for that. And here, one more Vartikam is there. Tyajehe upasankyanam. Vartikakara says, Tyaju dhatu also to be included. I think the line itself is clear. Dhatus, yaj, yach, ruch, prapurvaka, vach dhatu, ruch dhatu will not take uttam. Understood. Then followed by nyat or git pratyaya. When followed by nit or git pratyaya. Because that is a topic, so every time I have not written, when followed by nit or git pratyaya. And Tej dhatu should be enumerated. So Tej dhatu also should be enumerated in the list. So will not undergo kutvam. That's why we have Tej dhatu is Teju plus ta pratyaya. What is the form? Nishtaya.
Tyakta.
Tyakta. It is anit dhatu. But here it has to be Teju plus anita nyat. Kutvam should supposed to happen if it is so, right? Then tyagya. No, we don't have the word tyagya. Tyagya. This is tyajya only we have. Therefore, this will not undergo kutvam. The dhatus here, which will not undergo kutvam, are mentioned here. Therefore, Matyakara says Tej Dhatu also should be included here. Upasankhya means it should be enumerated, should be added. So Yaju Dhatu plus Nyat Yajyam Upada Vriddhi happens. Nit Pratyaya follows. So Yaj plus Yajyam. Yach, Dhatu itself is Yach. Upada already Vriddhi. So Vriddhi, what will happen? Nothing happens. Yachyam. Similarly, Dhatu Ruch Dhatu becomes Rochya. Then Prapurvaka Vach. Please note, Prapurvaka Vach, not any other Vach. Pravachya. Ruch plus Nyat. Ru will undergo Angakarya.
Sir.
Becomes Ar. What is that?
Nothing.
Ru will undergo Ar. Angakarya is Archya. Tyaja plus Nyat. This is by the Vartika. Tyaj. Tyajya, Tyajam, that which must be, ought to be, necessarily be, should be given up in that meaning. Tyajya is that Nit Pratyaya in the sense of Ling Lakara. Ling Lakara is Ajna Pratanadishu. Tyajyam should be given up. So in that meaning. Okay, then Pra-Nip Upasargika Yujudatu. Yujudatu, which is preceded by Pra or Nip, will not undergo Kutvam in the sense of Shakyarte, possibility. Prayojya, and of course, when followed by Nit or Git Pratyaya. That is not said here to understand. Every time it is understood, not mentioned. Prayojya Niyojyo Shakyarte, Pra-Purvaka Yujudatu or Ni-Purvaka Yujudatu, when followed by Nit or Git Pratyaya, then this Kutvam will not happen. Yujudatu, Set or Anit, Yuju plus Ta Pratyaya, Yukta,
And
Anit. So, therefore, Nishtaya Manit should undergo Kutvam, but it will not, because it will not in the sense of Shakyarte. In other sense, it will happen. Okay. Niyokta, that's a word. That's a word, Niyokta. That's a word, Niyok, maybe Niyokya, the word also possible. It is, this is not in the sense of Shakyarte. If the sense of Shakyarte, it has to be Niyojya. So, we can note. So, not Niyogya, actually, sorry. It is also Niyog, Jakara is there, plus Yat Pratyaya. Suppose if it is not used in sense of Shakyarte, I will write as a counter example. You tell me what will happen. Counter example means it is not in the sense of Shakyarte. I copy the same. Pra-Purvaka, sorry, Ni-Purvaka, Ni Pra, whatever it is, which plus Nyat. So,
Yoga. Yogya.
this is replaced by Gakara, not Kakara. Therefore, you get Niyogya, not Niyogya. If it is Pra-Purvaka,
Prayogya.
Prayogya. It is Prayogya. Prayogaha, Pra-Purvaka Yujudatu, that is different Pratyaya. Pra, Yuj plus Ghai Pratyaya. From that, by adding this only, we get the word Pra, Yoj. This is rule is for Nit or Git Pratyaya. So now Git Pratyaya is there. So therefore, here Yog plus content of Ghai is A. Therefore, you get Prayoga. The word Prayoga comes from Pra plus Yuj plus Ghai Pratyaya. Anyway, that is not the topic. I'm just saying. So this is not in the sense of Shakya. So this is very specific for this. Just to know, this is only for knowing. Context comes, you just see how it is used. Next one, Bhojyam Bhakshe. No. Okay, another one. Vakyam is a name given to the set of words which makes a sentence. So Vachidhatu has undergone Kutvam. Vachidhatu is Setar and it
Bhakta.
Vakta. Sorry,
Finished.
Vach become Ukta. Vach plus Ta Pratyaya becomes undergo Samprasaranam. Vach plus Ta Pratyaya is Vach Va will become U. Uktam. Ukta is, we have come across the word many times, right? Uktavan. Krishna Uktavan, Bhagavan Uktavan, Uvach. Okay, Uvacha is past tense. Uvacha is a different, as a Lakara. Uktavan Kridanta. Same meaning only. So, Vachdhatu, Anidhatu. So, Anidhatu, then Anidhatu, Kutum, then Vach plus Nyat Pratyaya becomes what here it has taken Kutum. So, therefore, Vakyam meaning a sentence which must have a thing. Not in the above mentioned meaning, the Vachdhatu will not take Kutvam. Vachaha Ashabda Sanyayam. Shabda Sanya means that is it's a Sanya, name. Name given is a name. Shabda Sanya is it's a Shabda, it is Sanya, it's a name. If it is not used in the sense of the sentence, meaning sentence, then Vachdhatu will not take Kutvam, will not undergo Kutvam. So Ashabda Sanyayam Kutvam na bhavati Vachdhatoho. So Vakyam meaning sentence. It's a name, it's a sentence. So word, Shabda is a word. So when Vakya, when we say, it is given to a set of words which makes a sentence. So words, Shabda, because a word also can be a sentence. Can a word be a sentence? Why not? Patati is a word. It's a sentence. Patati, when we say, it's implied. Saha patati or sa patati, somebody reads. Patati is sentence. So it is a Shabda Sanya. It's a name given to the word. Makes it's a complete sentence. Or a set of words, whatever it is, Shabdas, which make a sentence. The Shabdas are there. So when it doesn't refer to a word, then Vachdhatu will not undergo Kutvam. Shabda is referring to the word. Word or what Shabda is, the speech, what you speak. So when it doesn't refer to that, then Vachdhatu will not undergo Kutvam. Like example, you can see Vach plus Nyat. Here doesn't refer to the word. So will not undergo Kutvam. You get Vachyam. What is the meaning of Vachyam? That must be said. Vakyam meaning sentence. Vachyam means that must be said. Navachyam, avachyam. Do you remember avachya? The word comes in Gita. Avachyavadanshya bhagun vadishyanti tavaitaha. Avachya means that which should not be told. Unhearable. It is unaudible. That is vachya, which are very repulsive, which are rebuking, right? So rebuking that words, blameworthy, avachyavadan. So how the word avachya comes? Vachdhatu plus Nyat Pratyaya, should it become Vakya? No. When it is not a Shabda Sanya, not referring to the word or a set of words, right? Then Kuttam will not happen. The free Avachya, the word is there, usage, the language. So Avachya, now we can know Avachya, the word is Vach plus Nyat Pratyaya, not in the sense of denoting a word or a speech. So here it is in the sense of blameworthy, avachyam, navachyam, avachyam. It's a compound, nanchtat purusha. Vachyam means that which must be said. Navachyam, avachyam. Avachyam derived from vachyam. Vachyam is vach plus yat. Vach will not undergo kutvam. Similarly, next one, bhojyam bhakshye. That is by that rule. Bhujidhatu. Bhuj is depending on the dhatu, depending on the Bhuj dhatu has got meaning. Bhujaha, Bhuj dhatu in the sense of eating, in the sense of protection. That depends on, Bhuj dhatu has meaning, depending on the meaning. In fact, in Lakara, the pratyas are added. If it is in the sense of eating, then Atmanepada pratyaya. Sense of protection, then Parasmipada pratyaya. That is in the case of Lakara. Sahana bhavatu, Sahana bhunaktu. Bhunaktu is what pratyaya? Bhunaktu is lot Lakara. What pratyaya? Parasmipada pratyaya or Atmanepada pratyaya?
Parasmi.
Parasmipada pratyaya. Therefore, in what sense? Eating or protection?
Protection.
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 Bhujidhatu has a meaning of, it is used in the meaning of protection as well as eating. In Sagana Bhavatu, not Guru and Shishya are eating together. So, there's meaning of protection. In the sense of protection, Parasme Pada Pratyaya will come in the sense of eating. Atmane Pada Pratyaya or Atmane Pada Pratyayas are ordained after the Dhatu. Okay, that is a side point. Now here, Bhujidhatu, Bhakshya is eating, Adane, Bhakshya, in the sense of eating. That will not take Utvam. It will not take Utvam. Then what happens? Then you get the form Bhojya only. Bhuju plus Nyat, Angakarya, Bo become Bo, then Nyat Pratyaya, Bhojya. That which is eaten. Bhojya, or which is eatable, in that sense. Bhakshye, in the sense of Bhakshye, it will not. Bhojyaha Vodanaha, or Bhojyam Phalam. Can take all the gender. So Bhojyam Phalam, eatable fruit. Bhojyam. Or Srilinga. Bhojya Yavaguhu. Yavagu is barley. Yavagu is Srilinga. Ukaranta Shabda. Vaduhu. So Bhojya Yavagu. All the genders we can have. So suppose if it is not in the sense of eating, counter-example. Okay, I have given here counter-example. I didn't see, sorry. Bhuju plus, yet not in the sense of eating. Then it will undergo Kuttam. Then we get Bhogya. Bhogya means Bhogyam, Bhokta, Bhogya Padartha, we say, right? That which is experienced, that which is enjoyed. So Bhogyaha. So therefore you get Bhogya. Bhogya Vastu, we say, right? Bhogya Vastu, this Bhogya Prapancha. The world which is experienced, Bhagya Prapancha, Jagrata Avasthayam. So yet, Yaha Prapancha Vartate, Bhagya Prapancha, Sapna Avasthayam api, Sapna Avastha Prapancha. So Bhagya Prapancha, that which is experienced. So Bhagya. Same the Pratyaya, but different because of the difference in the meaning, we get a different form. So when in the sense of Bhakshye, Kuttam will not happen. Same Pratyaya, but only the Angakarya, there is a difference. And the difference due to the meaning. Difference in the meaning. So, Bhojye arte Kuttam bhavati. Anya arte na bhavati. Okay, the fourth Bhojyam also is there, Bhogyam also is there. Okay, this is about the only Kuttam. All these rules are with regard to the Kuttam. Kuttam happens when followed by Ni. And that also among the Ni, Nyat Pratyaya. Okay. Then, okay, that Nyat Pratyaya is done. Then certain things are there, which I have not added here. Maybe I can add. These are not important. Just some Nipatanas. Panini Maharshi has given some Nipatanani, some ready-made words. Ready-made words. So like the word Amapurvaka vasdatoho nyat pratyaya. What is the form? These are all ready-made words. What is ama? Not upasarga. These are all the words given ready-made without any, the list of rules. Only one rule is there, sutram is there. By that, the word is there in the language. Iti Pani Magarji says. Ama plus vas plus nyat. Vas is nyat pratyaya, therefore va become
Was.
vas. So amavasya. So amapurvaka vasdatoho, that is in sense of kala adhikarana. In the sense of time, right? In the sense of time, kala adhikarana, this vasdatoho, amapurvaka vasdatoho, nyat pratyaha bhavati. Okay, amavasya. Amavasya, that it says, amavasya, and the upada is, it must become vas. That also is optional. So it could be amavasya also. How we know this? It's a sutra. If I say sutra, you can understand. Amavasya danyatarasya. Amavasya, amavasyat anyatarasya. Anyatarasya means optional. So from this word, usage amavasya, the word is there. The word is there. The amavasya, the takara is only for uchcharanartham. Amavasya, the word is there. And anitarasya, optionally when we say, so this must be vastatu, amapurvaka vastatuho, nyat pratyaha, vastatu being a halantadatu, therefore nyat pratyaya is added. When we add nyat pratyaya, shouldn't be amavasya dirgha, yes. Anitarasya by saying anitarasya means optionally. It will be amavasya. It means amavasya also the form is there. So this is what Nipatanam is. Nipatanam is just mentioning the form in the very sutra itself. It says such words are there in the language. So Pani Maharishi doesn't want to write so many rules for this. Just says Amavasya Danatarthya. So Amavasya iti, the word is there. So Amapurvaka Vasdatoho Kaladhikarane Net Pratyaha Bhavati. This is one Nipatana. So like that there are few Nipatanams are there. I've just mentioned that. Nipatanam is the words which are given by Panini Maharishi, which are not derivable by this, by the any sutra, by any sutra. But we can infer. Amavasya, when we say Amma must be the preceding word, there is no upasarga Amma. There must be dhatu vas, and it is in the context of Nyat Pratyaya, because vas dhatu is alada dhatu, Nyat Pratyaya. So va become va, it can be va also. Padavriddhi is optional. So that we can know from the very sutra itself. Similarly, other one is there which is not important, but anyway, for the sake of completion, I will write. There are words like, see, this is all not required, not so important. I'm just writing for the sake of completion. Nishtarkyam. Devahuyaha. All these are there in the Vedas. Praniyaha. So, long list of words. Just write Uchishyam. Maryaha. Starya. Dvaryaha. Kanyaha. Kanyaha. Devayajya. Aprichyah. Pratishivyah. Brahmavadyah. Bhavyah. Stavyah. Upachaya Pradam. In all these words in the Vedas, they are nipatana. Nishtarkyam, here yat pratyaya is there. Yatarkyat, nishtarkya, some yat pratyaya. Devahu ya yat pratyaya. Praniya yat pratyaya. That is nyat. So all these are nipatanam given in the Vedas, list of words. They are not derivable by Panini Maharshi himself has given. The sutra, the long sutra for this. Chandasi nishtarkya devahuya praniyan no niyachisyavatya. Long sutra. So all the words he has given. These are all nipatana. We don't have to spend time in deriving these words. If you come across these words in the Veda, may you know that it is nyat pratyaya. Say nyat pratyaya. By nyat pratyaya it is made. That's it. By mentioning all these words, the sutra itself says these are derived by adding nyat pratyaya. That's it. Then another one is this also nipatana. Ang purvaka. These are not important. As I said, it is just for the sake of you hear it and forget it. It's okay. Ang purvaka ni dhatu then nyat pratyaya. There is one word is there in the language. For that, he gives one sutra. Ready-made. Again, this is also nipatana. Nipatana means ready-made. Ang purvaka ni dhatu and nyat pratyaya. So ni will become nai, right? Vriddhi. Then then what will happen? Nyat pratyaya. This we did. He doesn't derive. He says anayo nitye, but I'm just making it. He's given the word. The final word is given, but how the word must have come. Okay. In fact, I should have written like this. So I'll give the final word. The word is anaya. This is anaya. That's the word. Anaya is nyat pratyanta shabda. How it is derived? So we have to. This is anitye, the sense of anitye. The word is not derived by. It's not given which dhatu, what dhatu, and all. It's not given. But he says the word is there, and it is anitya. Anitya means in the sense of that which is not permanent. The word anaya is used. Now, how it is derived? We can think of that must be ang upasarga. Like here, ama as something which we took ama purvaka. Similarly, ang purvaka, ni dhatu, and it is mentioned in the context of nyat pratyaya. Therefore, a plus ni plus nyat. So ni must have become iganta dhatu. Therefore, must have taken vriddhi becomes nai. Nai plus nyat. Then what will happen to nai? Nai is vanto I pratyaya. That is, this is I. Vanto I pratyaya not possible here. See, you remember one sandhi rule which we saw. Gau plus yat. Remember this rule, one rule. Gau or now plus ya, the sandhi we have seen. What is gau? Gau is a shabda and yat is a pratyaya. Now sandhi, gau plus ya. What sandhi?
Vanto.
Yatava.
And it is, yes, Vanta Desha Sandhi. Remember this Sandhi chart you must be having. We have seen this Sandhi. Please see the Sandhi. We have seen all the Sandhis. So whatever is there in the last document, final document number 8. We covered, in fact, Sandhi elaborately. So there we have seen. Please see. O and O will be replaced by O and O respectively when Yakaradi Pratyaya follow. Do you remember this? Yes or no? You know Ayadi Sandhi.
Yes. Yes.
H is followed by H. H will be replaced by Ayava. Ayadi Sandhi. This is Avadi Sandhi. That's Avadi is just name I gave. We have seen this. O and O will be replaced by O and O when and followed by yakaradi pratyaya. This is the only sandhi where you can see the sandhi happening between a vowel and
And a
a
consonant.
consonant.
Mhm.
As I know, okay. Because other sandhi, I don't think any other sandhi. So go is a shabda, go shabda, declinable. Go, gavu, gavaha. Now also declinable. Go, now means boat. Yat is a pratyaya. It's a tadita pratyaya. Pratyaya beginning with yakara. So O, the vowel, ya, the pratyaya. So the rule says when yakara the pratyaya follows, the shabda ending with O and O will be replaced by O will be replaced by Av and O will be replaced by Av. But here what we have? A plus Nai, Ni become I. It is not O or Av, but still something like that, replacement by I, it happens. Otherwise, you will not get the form, right? Nai must be replaced by Nai. Otherwise, how you get Anaya? This is the final one given already, Nipatram given. For the given word, we assume that I must have become I. That is, Ayadi Sandhi has happened. That's what we have to assume, right? So it's called Nipatana. Don't try to derive this, not possible. I mean, by applying of the rules. Derivation is this is how it is derived. Given the final word from which we rework. I mean, we do the reverse thing. Understand? In the sense of anitya, impermanent, the word anaya is used in the language. That is a rule. How the word anaya comes, must have come like this alone. We can guess. Okay. Similarly, another word is that. He has given another word. As I said, these are all not important. Just a note. Pranaya. The word is pranaya. Can we guess how this word must have come? There is no rule. Okay, this is how it has come. We can tell. This is pranaya means in the sense of asammatau, disapproving. The word pranaya is used. So prapurvaka, pra is upasarga, right? Prapurvaka, na is there. Therefore, it must be ni dhatu. You can take. Because pra is having the upasarga having repa, therefore nattam could have happened. Therefore, mudani nakara has come. But the dhatu is ni dhatu, dante nakara. Mudanya will happen later. We'll do. So pra, ni, and nyat. So because of nyat, the ni must have become nai. So pra plus nai. So nai plus I, pranai. Here also something like ayadi sandhi happens and then nattum happens. Therefore you get pranaya. Right? In the sense of asammato, disproving, the word is derived. Pranaya. One word, for this word, we have to write some 3 or 4 sutra. Pranay Maharishi doesn't give. It just says pranaya. Pranayaha chauraha. Disapproving chauraha, thief. Similarly, some more words are there. That all these are nipatana. Paya. I'll write here itself. Paya. Sanaya. Nikaya. These words we may come across in the language. Daya. These words are there. Paya, all these words, they are used in particular sense. For example, paya. Paya, it is used sense of paya means pa, to measure. That is measuring. Sanaya means ahuti, havis. Nikaya is nivasa. Then the next one is daya is which is a prayer. All these are derived. All these are nipatana, underivable. Underivable by the application of the rules, available rules. Sanaya, we can think of Sanaya, for example. How this must have come? Can you guess? It must be
Ni, sa
some,
plus
yeah, sa
ni dhatu.
plus nyat. So this sa also must have become, okay, I will write it below. Here I will write. Just take it as some plus dhatu must be ni, dhatu. This is in the context of nyat. So some plus ni becomes nai, then ya, nai plus sa becomes naya. No rule, huh? Naya, don't look for any rule, not there. Then we have this some plus naya, makara will become anuswara. Then anuswara will become parasavarna, sasan naya, right? But if we have sam naya, the sam also, it is not sam, it must be sam. We have to take it as sam. Then only you get sam naya. Otherwise, I only get. Therefore, it must be sam naya. So like that, we can infer there is no rule. Sam naya, the word is given. Right? Okay, then.
This sham should have been sham, right?
Sham, why?
Sattvam will happen. So original
Shat-
form should have been sham.
Original form?
Should it not be murdanya shakara?
The word is sanaya. Why it is mudan sakara?
No, that sham would have become sattvam will happen, then it would have become sam. Then after that only it becomes
This
sam.
is not a dhatu. This is a dhatu. Dhatu only adi varna will become sattam, not for the upasarga.
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Similarly, another word. Again, all these are nipatana. I have never taught this to anyone. This is not important. Maybe sutra, when we study, we do. Just quickly cover all these as some points. Don't pay. Kundapaya, that's another word is there. See, so the Vyakarana must give the etymological derivation for all the words which are in the language. But all the words, Subramanya Maharshi has not given also. He just used the words in the sutra itself, that it becomes a pramanam. Such words are there in the language. And he has not given the sutra for derivation. The word is there, therefore we know that word is, it's given, therefore it is valid. Sutram is a pramanam. We can do some reverse engineering and you can see, and there may come rules which are not there in the sutra at all. Therefore, we have to infer like that. Such words are made possible. Kundapaya is another one. Kundapaya and Kundapayaha, then Sanchayaha, meaning sacrifice. Kratu is yajna. So, can we guess how the word Kundapaya, let us take Kundapaya, how this word must have come? Pratyaya is nyat. What is a dhatu? And what is the upapadam? Some upapadam is the upapadam is kunda is upapadam, not upasarga, upapadam. Dhatu must be pa dhatu. So kunda plus pa. Right? Kunda plus pa. This is given in the rule. It's given under yat pratyaya, not in yat. Even before also, I think I would have to check. Before one, I think it's okay. Yeah, it is nyat, but here it is yat pratyaya. So the rule it is given. Kunda plus pa plus yat. Then we get kunda, pa, one, something must come here. Then only one yakara must come here. So we have to assume when yukagama comes. Yukagama comes for the pa dhatu. So kunda, pai, then ya, then we get Kundapai plus ya kundapaya. Similarly, sanchayaha. Dhatu must be chi dhatu. Chi dhatu, yeah, we can take chi, chayane, nyata. Here we can take yata or nyata, there is no such thing. Anyway, but here it is chaya is it, therefore we can take nyata because chi has to become che become chai and sampurvaka. It is chi become chai. It is nyat pratyaya, therefore chai become chaya. There is no rule, chaya. And some upasarga. Some becomes Padantamakara becomes Anuswara, then Anuswara followed by Parasavana, therefore you get Sanchaya. Sanchaya is optional. So we can Sanchaya or Sanchaya. Both are correct. Okay, so all these are Nipatanani. One more, two more are there, just to give. So that is, the word is Parichaya. Parichayaha, one word is there, and similarly, Upachayaha. Parichayaha, we can guess, Pari must be Pari Upasarga and Chi is a Dhatu. So Pari Upasarga Purvaka Chi Dhatu, then Chi become Chai Dafanyat Pratyaya. So Pari plus Chi must have become Chai, Chai plus Yat. Therefore you get Pari plus Chai becomes Chai, then Ya. Therefore you get the word Parichaya. I becoming Aya, there is no rule. That's very Nipatana. So Parichaya. Similarly, Upachaya also same way. Is Upapurvaka. Upapurvaka Chi Dhatu. So therefore becomes Upachaya. I have not written the meaning. It's okay. Meaning maybe I will write later. In what sense is used Agnav? So there is a rule. Sutra says Agnav Parichayo Pachaya Samuhyaha. In the sense of these words are used in the sense of Agni, Agnav. Agni is fire. So they are the names of the fire. Similarly, another word also is a Samukhyaha. These are the types or the names of the fire. Samukhyaha. Samukhyaha, how the word comes, you have to guess. Samukhyaha, final word is Samukhya. Some Upasarga Purvaka, what must be the Dhatu? Nyat Pratyaya is there.
Move
Then
with that.
already Makara is there. Can guess. Could be Bhagdhatu. Then Va would have become undergone Samprasaranam. Then Dirga also happens. Therefore becomes Samu. So some Purvaka Bhagdhatoho Nyat Pratyaya. So some plus Vak becomes Uk, and then Dirgatam also happens, becomes U. Therefore, you get the word Samukh. Samukh, yeah, the word. Parichiyate asminiti parichayaha. That place in which Agni is established in the ritual, that is called parichaya. Because that's the location, right? So you have to offer oblation in that particular place. So that place only Agni has to be, Agni Staparam should be done. So parichiyate, all these are adhikarana vyutpatti. Parichiyate asmin parichayaha. Upachiyate asminiti upachayaha. Then samokhyam. So Samugya is also type of Agni. So it is, it's a Vakya in the Veda. Samugya. Samugyam Chinbita Pashukamaha. So those who desire Pashu, then they have to gather this Samugya, at Yajna-Agni. They have to kindle. So Samugya, all these are types of the Agni, the fire ritual. Fire which is invoked in the Homakunda. Suppose these are all used in the Veda only. So fine. Next one. I think this is the last one. All these are Nipatanam. The word I'll give. That is, the word is Agni Chitya is a word. Agni Chitya. Srilinge Agni Chitya. So Chitya Agni Chitya. One rule is that. Chitya Agni Chitya. So the word Chitya and Agni Chitya, both. So Chitya Agni Chitya cha. So we can take both the words, Chitya and Agni Chitya. So Chitya, if we do Agni Chitya also same. So Agni is the Upasarga, Upapadam. Then Dhatu must be Chi Dhatu. Then the Pratyaya must be what Pratyaya?
Yeah.
We can make it as Kyam Pratyaya so that Chi will not become Che. Okay. You can say, if you say Yat Pratyaya, then Angakarya will happen. Chi will become Che.
Mm.
So therefore, if it is Kit, then Angakarya is negated. And also, this is a Krit Pratyaya, Kakara is it, therefore Tukkagama will come, you see, right?
Mm.
Probably all these things, Panini Maharshi will have it in mind. He doesn't say that. You have to infer. So that's why Kyam Pratyaya. So now you get Agni, Chit, yeah, Agni Chitya, right?
Mm.
Chitya also say like that only. Chi plus Kyam Pratyaya, Chitya, the word. So Agni Chitya, right? So Chitya, Agni Chitya, cha, the Chitya to collect. And Agni Chitya means here it is fire that is collected. Okay, so that is the meaning. All these are Nipatanam. Just for your knowledge sake, don't worry. Need not remember this. Such words are there. You may come across some Upanishad, some shloka somewhere. Then you can remember. These are all Nipatana iti. Okay. Then Tukkahama. Oh, Tukkahama already we have seen. Okay. Fine. So if you see, so far we have seen that so we have seen so far that is Kutva related rules. Now here Tukkahama we will see later, or here it must be there. Yeah. So here next one I will add here. What will be the Ukaranta Dhatu Nam Nyat Pratyaha. We'll see next class. Ukaranta Dhatu Nam Nyat Pratyaya, when we add, what is the form? What happens? Angakarya. Similarly, Rikaranta Dhatu Nam Nyat Pratyaha. The Pratyaya is Nyat. So in that we have seen Kutva related rules. Similarly, we are going to see all this in the next class. Atupada Dhatu Nam Nyat Pratyaha Krutva Kim Bhavati. What is the form will come? That we will see. Similarly, Itupada, Uttupada, Ritupada. This will be the topic for the next class. We will see. Yat pratyam krutva, what will happen? Simple. Certain things we know, certain things, some some rules will come, special rules we'll see. Okay, we'll stop here. Om Purnamadav Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादः
धन्यवादः गुरुजी।